Your precious childhood friend burned me with a candle. I also got this because Renata said I was a pathetic loser for daring to reach above my station. And this, she forced her dog on me, so I would remember the lesson she was teaching.
Why would she do something so awful to you?
Isn't it obvious? It's the same reason you got close to me in the first place. Here's a thinker. Renata comes from a rich, powerful family and her father is the principal. She has countless ways to knock me out of first place. So why did she drag you into it too? Ever wondered why?
I honestly don't know. Why would she do that? Please, tell me.
Sure. I'll humor you. That's because I staked my life and cut off all her other options.
Her life? What do you mean?
Neil, are you ready to see who I really am? So tense. It's almost painful to watch, isn't it?
Juniper, you...
Oh, don't act so surprised. That time, I meant for Renata to beat me up. You'll see. Being poor as hell. I put up with Renata for years. Let her and her friends beat me up, all because I wanted good grades and a way out. But sitting on her throne, Renata crushed my future with nothing more than a few words. But I couldn't surrender. I had to push Renata into beating me one more time. I had to provoke Renata into beating me again, so I went all out on that exam. And scored 40 points higher than she did.
Get away from me!
Oh. Young lady, what happened? Did you get mugged?
Miss, please help me.
I'll call 911 right away.
No, I can get to the hospital myself. What I need from you is that.
Do you want the SD card from the dash cam? Did it capture everything? All right, you can have it. Out of curiosity, do you know the person who beat you up? You look like a student to me. Won't your school do anything about this? Tell me, who hurt you?
It's the principal's daughter, Renata.
Mr. Jennings' daughter. Young lady, you have my sympathy, but Mr. Jennings is well-connected and powerful in this neighborhood. I'm sorry, but I can't take the risk. Please forgive me.
It's okay, miss. I get it.
Young lady! Hey, young lady! I have a daughter too. Take it. Change your destiny.
Thank you so much. Thank you. This is the story behind this video. How I staked my life, manipulated a kind woman, and got what I wanted from her.
Manipulate?
I almost forgot to tell you. Before the bullying even began, I checked every car in the alley. In the end, I chose the middle-aged lady's car because I noticed something. It was filled with photos of her and her daughter. There were so many. Judging from the most recent one, her daughter looked just a few years older than me. That woman probably updated the photos in her car every few years. Someone who loves her daughter so much must have a soft heart. So, when Renata beat me up again, I made sure to get my face right in view of the dash cam. Gosh, how awful I was. I used that kind, unsuspecting woman.
That was like playing with fire.
I had to. People like me have only our lives left to risk. God's never shown me any mercy, but maybe he was scared of how desperate I was. After that, it was straightforward. The dashcam caught Renata beating me up. So I threatened her, telling her if she touched me again, or if I got expelled, I'd leak the footage online and destroy her reputation.
But weren't you afraid? Releasing that footage would ruin you too.
As expected, you reacted the same way she did. But not everyone is the same. I would destroy myself if I had to. Would she? Would people like you ever dare? She didn't have the guts, but she couldn't admit defeat either. That's why she served you up to me on a silver platter.
But I didn't know anything about it.
Of course I knew you weren't involved in the bullying. It'd be gross to date someone who supported my bully.
Does that mean we can...
But you took her side. You were as shameless as she was. So why are you getting mad now? What? Renata was right. I was getting revenge on her. Why would we, the victims, suffer forever while the bullies live without a care? I meant to tear away everything she cared, including her ranks, her boyfriend, and her future. I'll personally put her behind bars and make sure she drowns in regret every single miserable second she gets. She lost everything because she abused me, belittled me, humiliated me. It's karma, and she deserves it. And you? You were just another pawn in my revenge.
Have you never loved me?
Of course I have. I liked your looks, and I liked your figure, but never have I loved you. Not even for 1 second. Please leave. Renata, it's your turn now.
Miss Keaton, don't worry. The footage you've provided is enough for us to press charges against Renata. We've already sent a team to bring her in. You can leave the rest to us. The law will see justice done. Just focus on your studies and get some rest.
Thank you.
Go home and be happy.
The sun has risen. It's over. Now that the storm in my life has passed, I finally have the chance to be someone good.
We'd like to thank the press for attending this book signing event, hosted by Heartline Press for Juniper Keaton. Now, please give a warm welcome to the Woman of the Hour.
Hi everyone, I'm Juniper Keaton. Thank you so much for being here today. I'm beyond thrilled to be standing here with you. Though the autobiography tells my story, I believe Many readers with similar experiences will see themselves reflected in its pages.
Miss Keaton, I read a sample copy your publisher sent us. When I finished it, I couldn't sleep. It's hard to imagine the hardships you went through as a child.
Me too. I finished it in one night too, and went through the 2 packs of tissues while reading it. The part about her family really hit home for me. Like you, I also came from a family with a gender bias. My dad beat me up, and my mom ignored me, and my brother was toxic. I believe your book will inspire people with similar experiences.
Mom! Dad! She's here!
Juniper! I got you at last, you liar!
I replaced Renata as the top student, and her childhood friend confessed to me the next day.
Forget being number one. Let us fail gloriously together.
The day I overheard them talking, I had just estimated my entrance exam scores.
Neil, making her grade slip isn't enough. You have to make sure that she couldn't even get into college.
Come on, just look at her grades this past year. She's always dead last. How could she pull it off?
But Juniper's fundamentals are solid. What if...
Even if she manages it, she'll only go to the college I tell her to.
Juniper pleases Neil so hard that she'd do anything he says, even if it's picking up trash.
Exactly. Everyone knows she tanked her grades just to win Neil's heart. She's such a hopeless romantic. She'll do anything for him. This is a brilliant move, Renata.
Renata, if Juniper ever finds out this is your revenge plan, she'd hate your guts.
So what if she does? I can't wait to see her fuming with anger.
Renata, that's where you're wrong. You handed me a handsome guy on a silver platter. It's been fun fooling all of you for the past year, but my future's on the line now. I'm done playing along. Ever since I was a kid, I knew I had to excel in my studies. What took others days to learn came effortlessly to me. I understood things instantly, and no question ever stumped me. Unfortunately, I grew up in a loveless home.
Homework again? All you do is study. Didn't I tell you to go out and find a part-time job?
I just got back from one.
You should have taken on more! Such a deadweight. You're nothing but a goddamn freeloader.
I've given you all the money. What more do you want from me?
Talking back to me, huh? You think you're all that great? Try talking back. Piece of trash. Don't give me attitude.
Why are you hitting her again?
I'm her father. I have the right.
I've told you
Damn it.
again and again! Hit her all you want, but leave her face alone. She's going to marry a rich guy and make us wealthy someday. Think about Jamie.
You're right. You better make us rich someday. Otherwise, I'll kill you myself.
Enough. Such a jinx. Sweetie, put on your new clothes. We're going out.
One more year. One more year to go, and I can finally escape this hellhole. But then, Neil came into my life out of nowhere.
Are you okay? Maybe I should take you to the infirmary.
My legs feel kinda weak. Anyone could tell that. It wasn't an accident. But honestly, what did it matter? For the past 22 years, all I've known was my dad's brutality, my mom's twisted schemes, and the bitterness of endless studying. Neil would never have noticed someone like me.
Should I carry you to the infirmary?
Doing well in studies will net me a bright future and a loving partner. I could get the future I wanted, but Renata handed me the man I dreamed of. Yes. Ever since that moment, I began savoring every accidental encounter Neil forged. I knew it was all just a trap, but I still embraced it. Neil started lingering around me longer, and his gaze grew warmer as well. Clearly, the moment they'd been planning for was nearly here.
Juniper, I like you. Will you be my girlfriend?
I do. I pretended not to see his thinly veiled disdain. After all, I only planned to stay with him briefly, just long enough to bring some color into my bleak life. He was probably going to carry out Renata's revenge soon anyway. He might dump me in public to avenge her, or he might play the long game, letting me love him more and more before he pulled the rug out from under me. Surprisingly, Renata sent Neil to seduce me because she wanted to destroy my future.
Go, go! Use your ultimate!
What's wrong?
Why are you still doing revisions when you're with me?
I'll stop then.
We're just too different. I don't like it.
Well, how can I make it work?
Forget the grades and flunk with me, will you? Juniper, ditch the exam. Stay with me forever.
In that moment, I could hardly contain myself. Renata, so this is what you've been aiming for. Is this what you want?
Exactly. Juniper, do it for me, will you?
Turns out, Renata still hasn't given up. She tried and failed to make me give up in the first place, and now she has sent Neil to seduce me. Renata, what do you want?
Do you think you're so great? Snatching away my first spot?
I'm reporting this to the teacher!
Be my guest. My dad's the principal. Let's see if that'll do you any good.
That's too bad. Not even the principal can overwrite my grades. Next month, I'll be first again.
All right, simmer down, everyone. Top scorer for this exam is Juniper.
Do you want to get beaten up?
I've grown numb to brutal beatings.
What are you thinking? If you won't do it, it just proves you don't like me.
I'll do it. But first, kiss me.
Huh?
I knew Neil would never truly love me. And I've never crossed the line. If I did, he might push back and end the whole act. But now, he's asking me to throw my life away, so it's only fair that I ask for something in return. Right? You won't do it? Forget it then. I'm going back to study. My, oh my, God really is on my side.
This time, first place goes to Renata.
Thank you.
Juniper, you've been dozing off in class every day lately, and you've even been caught skipping. What's wrong with you?
Looks like Neil has completely ruined Juniper.
Obviously. He's been making her skip classes every day. And my uncle owns the internet cafe they go to. He said he stayed there all night.
Keep quiet. I want a written reflection after school. Understood?
Understood.
Hey!
What reward should I get for myself?
Juniper, wait for me.
You sure look happy today.
Well, I won a match today. That's why.
There were no basketball matches today. He finally avenged Renata. My grades have slipped. He must be thrilled, huh? Congratulations. But I've got to turn in a written reflection.
I'll cheer you up.
It's my 22nd birthday today. Celebrate with me, okay?
Sure.
Every woman deserves to live like this on her own terms.
Happy birthday.
And I, smart and brave as I am, started doing just that the day I turned 22. Typically, men always think that women never forget their first love. But I learned firsthand, it's men who get attached to the first woman they sleep with. Those women are typically called the ones that got away. Physical intimacy has a way of lowering people's defenses. Neil didn't realize he'd let his guard down around me, and he definitely didn't see that I had gotten closer to him than he or Renata had ever planned for. But Renata was perceptive. She noticed it. She picked up the subtle shift between us.
Nothing you haven't seen. I'm gonna play basketball. See you at dinner.
Okay.
Juniper, you guys sure are going strong. You're practically glued to each other every day. Don't you get tired of it?
Being close to the person you love never gets old. Besides, what better way is there to spend my time than with my boyfriend? Am I supposed to waste it on studying? It's either Neil or the grades. Renata, you can't have both.
Juniper, there will come a day when I wipe the smug grin off your face.
Aside from seething rage, there was an underlying eagerness in her expression. She was counting on her grand scheme to pay off. Today was probably the day Renata thought she would wipe the smug look off my face.
Neil, we haven't done anything together in forever. Enter after she filled out her college applications. After all, I promised you that you'll get your reward after you run the bitch. Remember? Neil, did you just avoid me?
Neil probably didn't even notice that I had made him fall in love for me back at the internet cafe. The moment he got close to other ladies, I'd go off to study without another word. And so, Neil gave ground slowly. He avoided every lady who had a crush on him. And he even avoided Renata, of all people. Meanwhile, I've returned the favor by consistently getting last place. His most wonderful and vibrant years belong to me and me alone. I'm very happy with what I got. Renata, what about you?
I let it slide when you avoided me around Juniper. Now she's not around, but you're still remaining faithful to her. Neil Lockwood, you're not seriously falling for the bookworm, are you?
Weren't you the one who planned it? If I hadn't remained faithful to Juniper, how would you have gotten first place for the past year? Now that you got what you wanted, are you gonna turn on me?
I didn't ask you to take it this far. The exam was 2 weeks ago, but you've been stuck to her like glue every day. Neil, do you honestly think I don't see what you're up to? Say something!
Well, obviously, he has been all over me, literally.
Whatever you think.
Neil loves deep kisses. Every time he kisses, he couldn't help but start by nibbling on lips like a rodent, softly biting and rubbing until it drives you crazy with desire. I've played along with these two for a year, and I got a lot out of it too. And now, for the big moment. 3, 2, 1. Why is it just the two of you here? Aren't we supposed to check the scores today?
It's still early. It's normal that others aren't here yet. On the other hand, you ranked second to last, but showed up first. Aren't you a little overenthusiastic?
I already know how I did. I just want to get it over with.
Sounds like your constant failing has made you numb to it.
I heard your predicted score is over 400. You might even take first place. Your father must be thrilled. That's why he wants us to check the scores together. He wants everyone to witness your big moment.
Just admit you're jealous.
Am I? Oh dear! Why are your lips so red? Did you eat something weird? Huh?
Over here! Hurry, hurry! Set up the cameras there. Got it? Is the live stream ready? What about the audio? Check the gear now. All right, move it. What are you guys waiting for? Go in and find your seats. The scores will be revealed at 9 a.m.
Turns out Mr. Jennings doesn't want us to see Renata's moment. He wants to broadcast it to everyone.
Juniper, I told you. The day would come when I wipe that smug look off your face. After 9 a.m., you'll be forced to watch as I utterly humiliate you.
This is a bigger turnout than I expected. Now I'm even more pumped.
Juniper, it's 9 a.m. Let's take our seats.
Sure.
Everyone, this is the moment we've all been waiting for. Today, each of you will check your exam scores. Come up in order of your student ID, and your score will appear on the big screen. Everyone watching the live stream will witness this wonderful moment.
Whoa, yeah!
Great. All right. There's no time to lose. Let's get to it.
Oh my!
404! I scored 404! Dad! That's 4 points higher than I predicted!
Wow!
Thank you, everyone!
Next, Juniper Keaton.
Juniper, hurry up. We're all waiting for you.
Sure.
Juniper, don't be too upset. Community college isn't that bad. The professors might be questionable, but at least it's still pricey. And you'll have a mediocre campus to reminisce about.
Wow! Huh?
This can't be real! This can't be real! There has to be some kind of glitch!
Which one of you is Juniper Keaton? I'm from East Crest College's admission office. Hi, Juniper. I'm Lewis Livington from East Crest.
Are you really a professor from East Crest College? Do you have any proof?
Why would I lie about something like that?
Quick, get the cameras on Juniper. Juniper, what's going on? Did your grades drop because of Neo? Or was it all part of the plan?
You've been skipping class every day, and your home live is math. So are you a genius, or do you just have some secret trick?
Let me answer that. I know exactly what happened. Neil, the campus heartthrob, used to be Renata's boyfriend. But when Juniper auctioned Renata, Renata snapped. So she told Neil to seduce Juniper, make her skip classes, and take her to internet cafes every day. Oh, to sabotage her.
Oh my. So this is Juniper's revenge. The top students saw through their plan, played the charming jerk like a fiddle, and still got into East Crest.
Renata, is she telling the truth? Did you really go that far just to bring Juniper down?
Excuse me.
Mr. Jennings!
Sorry, everyone, we have nothing to say. Stop filming, just stop.
Hey, don't leave, Mr. Jennings! Hey!
Mr. Jennings!
I'm surprised everyone's so interested in my story. In fact, I want to write an autobiography on how I studied, along with the materials that helped me. If any publishers are interested, feel free to reach out.
Juniper sure has a knack for business. She's thinking on a different level.
Mr. Livingston, let's talk somewhere else.
Sure, follow me.
Excuse me.
Miss!
Hey, can we go?
What happened?
Juniper! Hey, Juniper! Listen to me! Juniper!
Some questions?
Miss, please tell us.
Wait.
Please tell us.
Go!
Stop! Juniper!
Juniper, we know a lot about your family, so we prepared you this apartment like you asked. You're welcome to stay here until the school term starts. We also bought you a new laptop as a gift.
Thanks, Mr. Livingston.
I'll see you on campus.
See you. This is the result of all my hard work. I love it. And as it turns out, over a dozen publishers have contacted me. Time to start comparing offers. Hello?
She picked up!
Put it on speaker.
Oh, right.
Hello? June, it's me, Dad. Did you get any scholarship this time?
Actually, I did. It's at least 500,000.
What?
500,000!
500,000?
Also? A lot of people are eager to buy the rights to my autobiography. As for the royalties, that's another $1 million at least.
$1 million?
$1 million!
We're rich!
June has to buy me a good laptop now.
That's all you care about. We have to buy the other stuff first. Wait your turn.
The Keatons just hit the life jackpot. Exactly. Why couldn't something like this happen to me?
They've officially risen above everyone in this place.
Please ask Juniper when she's coming home. We're dying to interview the whole Keaton family.
Oh, that's right. June, when are you coming back? The reporters want to do an interview. Come home soon. I'm going to throw you a party.
Home? What home?
What are you talking about? Of course this is your home.
Oh, you mean your place. I will never go back to that hellhole for the rest of my life.
What? She's not coming home?
She's not?
You silly girl. What do you mean? How can you not come home? You can't walk out on your dad, Jamie, and me.
Hi, Mom and Dad. Do you mean Mike Keaton, the drunkard who beat me up every day and pushed me to drop out of school to get a job? Or do you mean yourself, Judy Chapman? You wanted me to graduate just so you could marry me off to an old widower and get you some money. What about Jamie Keaton? He has never respected me as a sister, and you two have spoiled him, turning him into a good-for-nothing.
You ungrateful brat, mind your tongue. I really ought to put you in your place.
What's wrong with you? You must have been an abusive father.
Obviously. June, sweetheart.
That's all in the past now. It's all our fault.
No matter what, we're your family. And this will always be your home. Where can you go if not back here?
I'm a grown-up now, and I'm an outstanding student. My willpower and competence will carry me far. I can go anywhere I want. I'll be just fine without any of you. That reminds me. I won't leave out any details in my autobiography. The whole world will know how you two abused me and condemn you for it.
June! June!
Wait. Turn on us. I'm gonna drag her ass back here and break her legs.
Stop!
So Juniper has been telling the truth. You two have been abusing her.
No.
They don't deserve her.
Exactly. They have this coming. I've disliked them for a long time now. They've always shown a gender bias.
Camera now.
Hey, stop filming. Stop it.
Stop filming. You heard him.
Interview's over. Get out. All of you out.
Get out.
Scram. Get out.
This is it. I have to keep pushing myself and always have courage and confidence to choose for myself. Who's there?
Juniper, it's me, Neil.
Is that Neil?
Open the door. Juniper, it was hard, but I finally found out where you stay. I just want to see you. Will you open the door, please? Juniper, I finally got to see you. I don't care if you tricked me, and I don't give a damn about your grades. All I want is to be with you. Juniper, if you want to go to East Crest, I'll enroll into a college in Regala. We'll be together forever, okay? Please.
But won't Renata get mad at you? After all, you lost the bet, Neil.
So you did hear everything. But it's not what it seems. Juniper, I didn't know who you were, and I didn't know you well. That's why I took the bet on impulse. But I regret what I did. I mean it. I began to know what I really want. I love you. From the bottom of my heart. Can we let bygones be bygones? Let's start over.
Did you hear what he said? Renata? Did you hear what he said? Renata?
Juniper, you bitch! Do you think you've won? Juniper, don't celebrate just yet. So what if you got into East Crest? I'll own you someday, you piece of trash! And Neil, do you really think you could get back with that bitch? Use your head from the very beginning. Juniper knew about our plan. She's just using you to take revenge on me. You're just a pawn in her game.
get the picture?
No, I don't buy it. I know you love me too, right? Your scars. What happened?
Oh, you mean this? Your precious childhood friend burned me with a candle. I also got this because Renata said I was a pathetic loser for daring to reach above my station. And this. She forced her dog on me, so I would remember the lesson she was teaching.
Why would she do something so awful to you?
Isn't it obvious? It's the same reason you got close to me in the first place. Here's a thinker. Renata comes from a rich, powerful family, and her father is the principal. She has countless ways to knock me out of first place. So why did she drag you into it too? Ever wondered why?
I honestly don't know. Why would she do that? Please, tell me.
Sure. I'll humor you. That's because I staked my life and cut off all her other options.
Your life? What do you mean?
Neil, are you ready to see who I really am? So tense. It's almost painful to watch, isn't it?
Juniper, you...
Oh, don't act so surprised. That time, I meant for Renata to beat me up. You'll see. Being poor as hell. I put up with Renata for years. Let her and her friends beat me up, all because I wanted good grades and a way out. But sitting on her throat. Renata crushed my future with nothing more than a few words. But I couldn't surrender. I had to push Renata into beating me one more time. I had to provoke Renata into beating me again, so I went all out on that exam. And scored 40 points higher than she did.
Get away from me!
Young lady, what happened? Did you get mugged?
Miss, please help me.
I'll call 911 right away.
No, I can get to the hospital myself. What I need from you. Is that...
Do you want the SD card from the dash cam? Did it capture everything? All right, you can have it. Out of curiosity, do you know the person who beat you up? You look like a student to me. Won't your school do anything about this? Tell me, who hurt you?
It's the principal's daughter, Renata.
Mr. Jennings' daughter. Young lady, you have my sympathy, but Mr. Jennings is well-connected and powerful in this neighborhood. I'm sorry, but I can't take the risk. Please forgive me.
It's okay, miss. I get it.
Young lady! Hey, young lady! I have a daughter too. Take it. Change your destiny.
you so much. Thank you. This is the story behind this video. How I staked my life, manipulated a kind woman, and got what I wanted from her.
Manipulate?
I almost forgot to tell you. Before the bullying even began, I checked every car in the alley. In the end, I chose the middle-aged lady's car. Because I noticed something. It was filled with photos of her and her daughter. There were so many. Judging from the most recent one, her daughter looked just a few years older than me. That woman probably updated the photos in her car every few years. Someone who loves her daughter so much must have a soft heart. So, when Renata beat me up again, I made sure to get my face right in view of the dash cam. Gosh, how awful I was. I used that kind, unsuspecting woman.
That was like playing with fire.
I had to. People like me have only our lives left to risk. God's never shown me any mercy, but maybe he was scared of how desperate I was. After that, it was straightforward. The dashcam caught Renata beating me up. So I threatened her, telling her if she touched me again, or if I got expelled, I'd leak the footage online and destroy her reputation.
But weren't you afraid? Releasing that footage would ruin you too.
As expected, you reacted the same way she did. But not everyone is the same. I would destroy myself if I had to. Would she? Would people like you ever dare? She didn't have the guts, but she couldn't admit defeat either. That's why she served you up to me on a silver platter.
But I didn't know anything about it.
Of course I knew you weren't involved in the bullying. It'd be gross to date someone who supported my bully.
Does that mean we can...
But you took her side. You were as shameless as she was. So why are you getting mad now? What? Renata was right. I was getting revenge on her. Why would we, the victims, suffer forever while the bullies live without a care? I meant to tear away everything she cared, including her ranks, her boyfriend, and her future. I'll personally put her behind bars and make sure she drowns in regret every single miserable second she gets. She lost everything because she abused me, belittled me, humiliated me. It's karma, and she deserves it. And you? You were just another pawn in my revenge.
Have you never loved me?
Of course I have. I liked your looks, and I liked your figure, but never have I loved you. Not even for 1 second. Please leave. Renata, it's your turn now.
Miss Keaton, don't worry. The footage you've provided is enough for us to press charges against Renata. We've already sent a team to bring her in. You can leave the rest to us. The law will see justice done. Just focus on your studies and get some rest.
Thank you.
Go home and be happy.
The sun has risen. It's over. Now that the storm in my life has passed, I finally have the chance to be someone good.
We'd like to thank the press for attending this book signing event, hosted by Heartline Press for Juniper Keaton. Now, please give a warm welcome to the Woman of the Hour.
Hi everyone, I'm Juniper Keaton. Thank you so much for being here today. I'm beyond thrilled to be standing here with you. Though the autobiography tells my story, I believe many readers with similar experiences will see themselves reflected in its pages.
Miss Keaton, I read a sample copy your publisher sent us. When I finished it, I couldn't sleep. It's hard to imagine the hardships you went through as a child.
Me too. I finished it in one night too, and went through the 2 packs of tissues while reading it. The part about her family really hit home for me. Like you, I also came from a family with a gender bias. My dad beat me up, and my mom ignored me, and my brother was toxic. I believe your book will inspire people with similar experiences.
Mom, Dad, she's here.
Juniper! I got you at last, you liar! You liar! Ungrateful bitch! I raised you for nothing!
What are you guys doing? Miss Keaton, are you all right?
I'm fine. It's just some leaves.
Guards! Seize these troublemakers!
Let me go!
Let go!
Let go!
Mom, say something.
Everyone! We're Juniper's parents! We're here to expose her lies!
What? Really? Juniper's parents?
Lies? Let them go. You accused her of lying. What did she lie about?
What? It's obvious. She made everything up in her autobiography. None of it is true. Pure bullshit!
Oh my goodness.
Really? It's all fake. How could it be?
This is crazy.
Everyone! We admit we had a slight preference for boys. That part is true. We're not denying it. But we never abused or manipulated her. Those are lies. Juniper just wanted fame and fortune, and she refused to help the family. That's why she staged the whole thing and twisted the truth.
That's terrible.
How could it be?
It's so nasty.
You're heartless and ungrateful. We should have never raised you.
That's right, June. I know you found success, but this is wrong. Why did you make up stories about them abusing you? Do you hate us this much? We're family.
Can't wait to leave us behind.
Juniper, what do you think?
It's simple. Evidence speaks louder than words. In my book, you'll find my bank records, medical reports from the abuse, and my mom's chat logs, where she literally tried to marry me off for money. It's all there. If they're accusing me of lying, then they need to show their own evidence.
Ms. Keaton is right. Her autobiography includes detailed proof. Why would she put her future and reputation at risk just to slander you? She has nothing to gain from that.
Is she really lying?
Of course she does. I've got proof.
Huh?
Ms. Keaton, what do you think?
If she has proof, then she should show it.
June, if you hadn't blocked all our numbers, we wouldn't have had to show up and cause a scene. You even slandered us. If you just apologize and come home, I'll look past this. And I won't have to show the evidence either. We're proud of your grades, really.
June, do we really have to make things this ugly? Think about it.
Yeah, June.
Am I supposed to go back and let you feed off me again? Are you gonna take my scholarship money and spend it like it's yours? No, thanks. Get on with it and show us the proof.
June, fine. You made me do this. Everyone, look at this. This is my husband, Mike Keaton's medical record. He had hypertension and a history of heart attacks. And is on long-term medication. He can't drink alcohol or get too worked up. Otherwise, he could have a stroke. Think about it, guys. How could he be an alcoholic? Much less abusive. I have no idea how she got a hold of that disturbing chat history. If you don't believe me, feel free to check my phone. See for yourselves.
Oh, please, everyone. Please, everyone.
His medical record's real. Given his condition, Mr. Keaton couldn't have been a violent alcoholic.
There's nothing incriminating in the chat history either.
Maybe Mrs. Keaton deleted the relevant parts.
But Miss Keaton could have faked the screenshot.
June, please, lash out at me all you want. Leave Mom and Dad out of it. Do you realize everyone online is attacking us because of what you wrote in your book? Even our old neighbors turned on Mom and Dad. We were utterly humiliated. My friends at school also belittled me. Sure, maybe Mom and Dad had a bit of a gender bias, but they never abused you. All they ever did was buy me some clothes and shoes. You didn't have to lie just to get back at them. Please, June, leave them alone.
Get up, Jin. We're done begging. Let's stop.
June, what will it take for you to stop hurting your own family?
It does seem like Miss Keaton's exaggerated in some parts of her book.
Gender bias isn't a crime, but lying just to get even with her own parents is definitely going too far.
Miss Keaton, if you can't get the situation under control, I'm afraid we can't move forward with publishing. Is there anything you'd like to say?
Here's what I have to say. They put on a good show. If I had been less resilient, they might have managed to make me the villain.
June, did you just say it was all an act? Are you seriously claiming all this evidence is fabricated?
That's what gave it away. None of you are clever enough to come up with this and plant the evidence. Surely, someone more powerful is pulling the strings. I've thought it through. There's only one person in this neighborhood who hates me and has this much power. Mr. Jennings, I know you're out there. There's no way you'd miss a moment like this.
Wow.
How could she say that?
Let's see.
Just show yourself.
Is it really Mr. Jennings?
Yes, Mr. Jennings.
Let's go ask. Could Miss Keaton have been telling the truth? Did he really tell the Keatons to fake it?
Renata is imprisoned. Mr. Jennings has every reason to hate Miss Keaton and do something like this. Mr. Jennings, did you arrange for the Keatons to be here?
I did provide them with some help.
Is this revenge? The Keatons are just ruthless. They colluded with the father of Mrs. Keaton's bully just to mess with her.
How
Is he really helping?
Everyone, calm down. I have something to say. Undeniably, Renata has hurt Juniper deeply. But she has received her due punishment. I failed my duty as a father. And that's exactly why I won't fail in my role as principal. Juniper is a bright young woman with a future full of potential. I can't bear the idea of her going astray. After learning what the Keatons went through, I decided to lend them a hand. By doing so, I'm giving Juniper a chance to right her wrongs. Juniper thought she could use me to undermine her heartless parents. She's the reason Renata is in jail, and she tricked me too. Today, I'm setting the record straight. Everyone, put aside what I think for a moment. The Keatons have provided ironclad proof. Just look at these medical records. Let's put on our thinking caps. Mr. Keaton has hypertension and heart issues. How could he possibly be a violent drunk? In other words, what Juniper wrote was a bald-faced lie.
If you put it that way, I guess it's possible.
I've got friends who are hospital directors, and they made me these records. You couldn't tell they were fake if you tried.
If Miss Keaton lied about this, maybe she lied about everything else.
Maybe, but I still believe in her.
Dad, you said you never have gotten drunk and hit me because of your health issues?
Huh? Yeah. What about it?
Honey! June, what are you doing?
I've always wanted to do this.
Why you?
You're crazy!
Motherfucker! You asked for it!
Oh, stop!
Oh my God!
Guards! Pull him away! Quick, quick!
Save her!
Oh my God!
Pull him away!
He's hitting her!
Didn't you say you can't get angry because of your conditions? You look pretty healthy to me.
Yeah.
He looks nothing like someone suffering from hypertension and heart issues.
My husband is...
Mr. Keaton took his medication.
Oh, Mr. Jennings, you're absolutely right. The truth is, I've taken my pills, but I'm not feeling too well now.
Honey, stop the hoax! I slapped you earlier because I was in the mood. If you want to know whether I lied in my autobiography, just watch this video and find out yourselves.
Try talking back now. You better make us rich someday.
June, have you been secretly recording us at home? How shameless!
I merely installed a security camera in my place. That's not a crime. That camera captured all the horrible things you two did to me over the years. At first, I was scared you might actually kill me before I even came to age. I had this footage ready in case I needed to call the cops. After I cut ties with you, I thought I'd just lock the video away for good. I didn't want the world to know how cold-blooded and disgusting you really are.
What kind of parents are they?
I know, right?
I stayed silent to protect the world from the horror, not to protect you two. But today, you gave me the courage to stop holding back. Only by exposing your abuse could I send a stronger message to everyone.
The truth has been revealed. Please leave now. Stop disrupting the book signing event.
Not so fast. We will expose everything you guys did today. Mr. Jennings, will you admit that you're helping the Keatons to under my Juniper now?
Mr. Keaton,
you were clearly drinking liquor in Juniper's video. So who the hell helped you make those medical records? Please respond!
Please respond. Tell us the
Please
truth.
answer. Stop filming. Stop. Get away from me.
Hey!
Stop it! Stop it! Stop filming my son!
That's enough! Juniper, you haven't seen the end of us. Do you think we wanted you? Know what your name was supposed to be? Junker Keaton? Because you're a piece of junk in our eyes. Understand? They messed up your name during the registration, and your name became Juniper instead. I'm telling you, no one in this family loves you, or even wants you around. You're a piece of junk!
You're a piece of junk!
I raised you and let you get into the college. You ought to be grateful and repay us with everything you have. Juniper Keaton, what more do you want from us?
Ain't that too much, isn't it? Tell me. Yeah.
Get out of here.
Get lost.
Get out of here.
Get lost.
Get out of
here.
Get out of here!
Get out of here.
Get out.
Get out!
Miss Keaton, such a mess wouldn't have happened if we had handled the security properly. It must have hit you pretty hard, too. How about this? Let's postpone today's book signing event. Instead, we'll have a celebratory meal for you today. That'll calm your nerves, right?
It's not a big deal. I'm fine. Let's go ahead with the book signing as planned.
Are you sure? You'll have to deliver a speech in a live stream. Millions of people will be watching.
I can do it. I'm sure.
Understood. I'll make the arrangements. Get Miss Keaton ready for her speech.
Hi everyone, I'm Juniper Keaton. A lot of you have probably heard my story. If you ever feel stuck, like everyone around you is weighing you down, remember, carve your own path and be your own salvation. Crush your burdens and turn them into stepping stones. I am my own person. I'm not unwanted. And my life isn't a string of disasters. Greatness may be delayed, but it's never absent, so don't be afraid to bet on yourself. I hope every one of you finds your unbreakable will and rises above your hardships. Get out there and reach for the stars. Go to the distance. I'll be up ahead, waiting for you.
Miss Keaton, your speech is fantastic. Over 10 million people watched the live stream. Your book is going to fly off the shelves.
Thank you. I gotta use the restroom. I'll be back soon. Hold on! It really is you. I wasn't mistaken.
I didn't mean to bother you. I just wanted to see you from afar. At first, I thought even the strongest feelings would fade with time. And maybe we'd have a chance to start over. But after watching how you handled the chaos caused by your family and Mr. Jennings, and hearing that incredible speech, it finally hit me. You're meant to soar, to find where you truly belong. Second chances aren't written into stories like mine.
Very poetic. But I prefer to keep things grounded. There's 20,000 on this bank card. It covers everything I spent while we were together. During that year, you took care of so many of my expenses. I never had to worry about tightening my belt. I didn't have to worry about myself and could just focus on my studies. I could secretly focus on my studies. And now, I'm giving it back to you.
You don't have to. It's only right for me to spend on you.
Neil, you misunderstood me. I'm not paying you back because I feel indebted. Back then, I just borrowed a little from my future. And now, I've come to make good on my own promise. I'm paying it back to the person I used to be, to the version of me who was struggling and helpless.
Juniper, I could never find another woman like you.
Of course. I'm one of a kind, and I'm a force of nature. Neil, see you never.
Our paths will cross again. No matter how long it'll take, I will win your heart again.
After I graduated from East Crest, I worked for 2 years before headhunters from Lunit Tech, one of the top firms, brought me in as an assistant operations manager. Today is my first day on the job.
This is the manager's office.
Good morning, I'm Juniper Keaton. I'm the new assistant operations manager, and I'll be working alongside you. I'll give it my best.
It's been a long time, Juniper.
Renata, what are you doing here?
Well, I'm sitting here, isn't it obvious?
I'm pretty sure you got out of jail a few years ago. How could you have become a manager at Lunit Tech? Does your father have connections in this company as well?
So, do you realize how far beneath me you are? Only a nobody needs to fight for every inch of progress. Meanwhile, even if you set me up and put me behind bars, I still ended up getting the upper hand.
Renata, what are you doing here, sitting on my chair?
Nothing. I'm just fooling around. With Miss Keaton a little.
So you must be the new assistant manager. There's a development regarding your position. I just need one assistant manager for my department, but there are 2 candidates now. One of you is the top student with an impressive resume, while the other used connections. I think it's clear which is which. The top-level executives have decided that you will both be placed under a 1-month probation. As it happens, we're working on a 100 million collaboration with Carter Group. So, whoever closes the deal within the month gets the position.
So this is Karja Group. I'm gonna close the deal. That covers everything in my proposal. Your thoughts, Mr. Joyner?
Miss Keaton, as the head of this major project at Karja Group, it's my responsibility to be direct. This proposal of yours is outstanding. I believe you might just win the bid. I'll submit it to upper management right away, so they can discuss it further.
That's wonderful, Mr. Joyner. I won't let you down.
Mr. Joyner, look at this.
Miss Keaton, I'm sorry, but I've changed my mind. I won't be proceeding with your proposal. Please leave.
Mr. Joyner, why is that? Mr. Joyner, hold on. What on earth just happened? The negotiation was going well a minute ago. Why did you suddenly change your mind?
Miss Keaton, I believe you know what you did. So, let's not make me spell this out for you.
I'm sorry, Mr. Joyner, but I don't get it. If you insist on turning down my proposal, at least tell me the truth.
See for yourself.
Looks like Renata hasn't changed one bit. Mr. Joyner, someone made this slide deck to slander me. Let me explain everything to you.
Save it. Truth or slander, a scandal like this is a pain to deal with. I might buy it. But what about the higher-ups? Miss Keaton, the golden rule of business is to minimize complications. We'll talk about the deal again. Some other time. Goodbye.
Mr. Joyner!
Mr. Joyner, I wonder if you'll lend me an ear. Mr. Joyner, I wonder if you'll lend me an ear.
Neil.
Mr. Lockwood.
Mr. Joyner, I heard everything. It's true. Someone was clearly spreading false rumor. Miss Keaton and I go way back. Given her character and competence, you can definitely trust her. I'll vouch for her, with my reputation.
Now that changes things completely. All right then, Miss Keaton. I'll still submit your proposal to the higher-ups, but you have to handle the slide deck and mitigate its impact.
Mr. Joyner, consider it done. The slide deck will be taken down today.
I'll leave you guys to it. See you again.
Are you surprised, Juniper? You said we won't meet again, and yet here we are.
No matter what, I appreciate your help.
You don't seem too surprised to see me here. Nor did you ask me about my identity.
Neil, I'm a high achiever who's recruited by headhunters. Naturally, I did some digging into Karja Group as part of my preparations. That was when I noticed something. One of the CEOs in Karja Group carry the family named Lockwood, and he resembles you. So I did more digging and looked into Karja Group's recent developments. I knew. You ran the marketing department as deputy general manager.
If you wanted a collaboration with us, why didn't you think of asking me?
It would have been pointless. Your father's level-headed, and you don't have much authority in the company. So why should I do something so redundant?
You've never changed. Still so smart and extraordinary.
You bet I am.
I guess you won't be needing my help with the scandal then.
That's right. Speaking of, I'd better get back and deal with it. Goodbye.
Juniper, Here's hoping you win the bid. I look forward to working with you.
Of course.
I've waited for 4 years. I have to keep my cool.
Renata, this is brilliant! Now that the slide deck is out there, Juniper can never win you. Her career has basically met its end now.
Renata will surely be the new assistant manager.
Assistant manager is nothing. I intend to become a director at Planet Tech.
Hell yeah!
If that's the case, I guess I owe you a grand gesture then.
What the hell, Juniper?
Grow up. Stop relying on the same methods. Can you improve for once?
What proof do you have that I did it?
Proof? Do you actually think I need proof? Open your eyes. We're no longer at school. This is the real world.
What do you mean?
Renata, that scandal is just a baseless rumor. But there's ironclad proof that you were thrown into jail because you bullied and abused me. Renata, do you want the entire company, I mean the entire industry, to learn about your ugly history? Use your head. What if every single person in this industry knows that? A good-for-nothing ex-convict is discussing a business deal with them in the office. How do you think they'll take it?
Juniper, you're forgetting something. Expose me, and you'll expose your shameful past as well.
All I did was suffer while you bullied me, but that had never been shameful. Why would the victim feel ashamed and small? It's the bully who should be condemned. Renata, if you're gonna play dirty, at least be good at it. Don't let me find your weak spots so easily. You have an hour to take down the slide deck. I want it gone. If I see it again, a slide deck about your ugly history will blow up online at once. Get back to work, you two. Also, buy me a cup of coffee.
Renata, what should we do?
Maybe we can get someone from the underworld to mess her up.
Yeah.
You morons! Get out of my sight now!
We'll buy her coffee then.
Beat it! Juniper, I swear I'll wipe that smug look off your face.
Congrats, you two. Both your proposals made it to Carter Group's final round of evaluation. Based on reliable sources, they'll decide on the winning proposal tomorrow morning. Moreover, it'll be one of your proposals. Good job, you two.
Just doing my job.
The top-level executive have decided to hold a celebration meeting tomorrow. It's a commendation ceremony as well. We'll celebrate securing Carter Group's 100 million project and celebrate the winner of the bid. Naturally, I'm aware that it could be either good or bad news for you two. All I can do is wish you both good luck.
Thanks for the wishes, Miss Loomis. But I believe in competence, not luck.
Miss Loomis, should Juniper freak out because things don't go the way she wants tomorrow? I'd be more than happy to handle her for you.
I'm going back to work.
I'm leaving. Hello, Dad. How did it go?
Don't worry, sweetheart. It's all taken care of.
Thanks, Dad.
Don't worry. Everything's under control. Okay, will do. We'll find out at the celebration meeting tomorrow. Why didn't you tell me in person you want to add me back as friends again? Instead, you did it quietly afterward.
Worried I'd be rejected, but I found a good reason to do now. I asked a friend of mine to help me out. Although he tracked down the IP that shared the slide deck, it was a fake address. Clearly the person who did it was very cautious. I doubt you can easily find solid proof to press charges.
It's fine. I've dealt with it. Thank you, though. Neil, it's been 4 years. Are you still not over me? don't have time for a relationship. Tomorrow's meeting will be a make or break moment. I'm going home to get some sleep.
Time flies by so fast.
Neil, see you never.
Our paths will cross again. No matter how long, I will win your heart again. Dad, I want to be better. I want to work at Carja Group.
A spoiled punk like you wants to work at Carja Group? You wait!
Dad, I'm serious. I'll push myself and do anything you ask.
You must be out of your mind. Fine, I'll help you. But if you give up halfway, I'll break your legs.
Juniper, I've pushed myself for years. I studied abroad before coming back to build my career. I'm no longer a screw-up. Now, am I worthy to be a part of your world?
I've gone through your resume. Welcome to the world of high achievers.
Juniper, ditch the exam. Stay with me forever. Juniper, I owe you too much. Looks like you will have a hold on me for life.
I think we all know what today's celebration meeting is for. It all comes down whether we can secure a deal with Carja Group and the hiring of the new assistant manager. But before we begin, let's bring our hands together and welcome a very special guest. Mr. Glenn Jameson.
I can't believe he actually showed up. Looks like this collaboration is a huge deal.
Obviously, with the chairman out sick, Mr. Jameson is now in charge. If you ask me, he's bound to join the board one day.
I appreciate the warm welcome, everyone. I'm beyond excited. Today's the day we lock in our deal with Carja Group. And I'm confident it will happen. This is a major milestone. And it's all thanks to everyone in this room. At the same time, I feel heartbroken. Today's also the day we decide which one of these excellent women gets to stay. No matter the outcome, it pains me. Unfortunately, we don't have more managerial roles available at the moment. For that matter, they also shouldn't settle for less. So, let me say, may the best person win.
Mr. Jameson, I believe we'll be hearing from Carja Group soon.
Great.
So, who's gonna win today?
Yeah, who will win?
How did it go?
Renata, don't worry, it's done.
Juniper's going to be humiliated.
Mr. Jameson, it's Mr. Joyner from Carja Group.
All right. Looks like we're about to find out who won.
Juniper, does this take you back to the big moment at school?
Yeah. You do remember how it ended, don't you?
This time, you're gonna lose.
Put it on speaker. Hello? Hi, I'm Glenn.
I can't believe you answered it, Mr. Jameson. I'm honored. I'm Brett Joyner, the head of the Carja Group project. I made this call to inform you guys the result after the evaluation. One of your company's proposals was accepted. We look forward to working with BlueNet Tech.
If I may, Mr. Joyner, can you tell us which proposal won?
Let me take a look. It's proposal codenamed JK.
JK? That's my proposal.
Whose proposal is that?
Simmer down. We might not know, but the higher-ups do.
Fantastic. I appreciate the call. We'll keep in touch. Looks like we have our answer. The person in charge of the proposal codenamed JK is a real asset to the company. As such, she deserves the role of assistant manager. Congratulations to the person in charge of the proposal.
Renata, you lost again.
Renata!
What?
No, Juniper, you're the loser.
Mr. Joyner, has the results of the bid been announced?
It has, Mr. Lockwood. I guess you're this invested because Miss Keaton, huh?
You can say that. So, which proposal won?
Why, it's JK.
JK? That's Juniper's proposal. Fantastic.
Yeah, I'm also aware that Miss Keaton was in charge of it. Strangely, someone from BlueNet Tech gave me a different name for the person in charge. It's Renata Jennings now. We won't intervene. As long as the proposal proceeds.
What? How could it be Renata?
Mr. Jameson, Mr. Loomis, was there some kind of mistake? JK was my proposal. Why does it belong to Renata now?
Quiet. Juniper, you claim JK is your proposal? But the document here clearly states that Renata is in charge of JK. Ms. Loomis, what on earth is going on here?
Mr. Jameson, I've made myself perfectly clear. I'm not willing to go along with the lie. The proposal belongs to Juniper. And yet you're letting Renata take the credit. Sorry, I didn't have a choice.
You seriously don't know what's good for you. This is why you're still just a lowly operations manager after all these years despite your competence. Think, Alba. You put your entire future at stake for a nobody's sake. Is it worth it?
So this is what it is. Renata, you have ties to Mr. Jameson.
Huh? So Juniper's proposal was stolen by Renata?
This is outrageous. Renata did get in because of Mr. Jameson.
Looks like this role is just a stepping stone for her.
Shut up! That's enough! Now that it's come to this, we can drop the act. Juniper, pack your stuff right now. You're fired.
Renata, did you plot this whole thing? From the very beginning, the competition is just a way for you to mess with me?
Juniper, I told you we live in the real world. This isn't like the exams. Glenn is married to my aunt. If it wasn't because of you, I wouldn't have batted an eye at this pathetic role. There's a lesson to be learned there. No amount of hard work or competence will save you. You'll always end up beneath me. Aren't I right, Glenn?
Oh, of course. You're my favorite, Renata. Juniper is just a shameless idiot who dares to pick on you. Of course, I'll help you screw her over. Don't worry. When I get the word out, no one in the industry will dare to hire her. From now on, just work alongside me at BlueNet Tech. I'll make sure you get everything you want.
So brazenly outrageous. Do you think you own BlueNet Tech? Mr. Jameson, you're just a general manager here, and you haven't even joined the board. Ever think about what might happen if the chairman finds out what went down today?
Who would dare tell him about what happened today? The chairman is on a sick leave. Anyone who disturbs him will be fired!
Juniper, do you see it? No one's willing to speak up for you. You're just a nobody here. There's nothing you can possibly do to Glenn.
I wouldn't be so sure.
You're Karja Group's deputy GM, Mr. Lockwood.
Never thought you knew me. I'm Neil. Mr. Jameson, I heard everything you said to Renata. Let me get straight to the point. I know very well that the winning JK proposal was made by Miss Keaton. And yet you replaced her with Renata. I know everything about Renata's ugly history. And she isn't competent enough to spearhead this project. On behalf of Karja Group, I'm skeptical about the change. And I'm concerned that it'll hurt Karja Group's profit. If no corrections are made, I'll bring this up to the Karja Group's board of directors. and ask them to call it off.
Neil! Are you out of your mind? Juniper dumped you once she was done using you. Why are you still helping her?
Mr. Lockwood, a little rash, aren't we? Are you aware of the kind of impact this will have on both of our companies?
I know what I'm doing. It's the right thing to do, and I should have done it a long time ago.
It's a $100 million collaboration. Fine. Fine then. Since you've made it perfectly clear, I think I get it.
I believe you'll make the right decision, Mr. Jameson.
Sure. I've made up my mind. I'd rather mess up the collaboration than let Juniper stay at BlueNet Tech.
What? Mr. Jameson, do you even hear yourself?
Mr. Jameson, it's a 100 million collaboration. You're the general manager, and yet you've caused such a huge loss to the company. Just so you can defend Renata? This is gross misconduct.
Juniper, what does that have to do with me? As you put it, BlueNet Tech isn't my company. Even if I mess this up, I'm still paid the same salary. What do I have to worry about? On the other hand, if I let a jinx like you stay because of the collaboration, I would have been utterly humiliated. How am I supposed to remain in power then?
Mr. Jameson, how cunning of you.
Juniper, Neil, get out now. If you can't accept my decision, you're free to go too. We won't have any problems looking for new hires.
Miss Keaton, Carter Group's doors are always open for you. Miss Loomis, you too. If you're joining us, I'll put in a good word for you. Juniper, let's go. What's wrong?
Neil, I appreciate your kind gesture. But the big moment is coming. It'd be a shame if we missed it.
The big moment?
Mr. Jameson? On a power trip, are we?
Oh dear, Mr. Holland, what brings you here all of a sudden? Here, have a seat, Mr. Holland.
What is it, Mr. Jameson? You don't like having me here, is that it?
Not at all, Mr. Holland. This is your company. Of course you're welcome here. It's just that you've been sick for the whole year, and you left your executive assistant in charge of everything, so I'm quite surprised to see you here. Of course, I'm more worried about your health. Let me know beforehand next time, so I can get someone to fetch you.
Yeah, I'm old, and I've been away for over a year. I've returned to my own company, and yet, I don't even make as big an entrance as you do.
Mr. Holland, I wouldn't say that.
So, what's with the celebration meeting today? Why are things so tense between them?
Mr. Holland, don't let it bother you. They don't matter. I told them to leave, but they refused to. Men, get these nobodies out of here. They're eyesores.
At once, get the security guards now. Those two.
Mr. Holland, I'm Neil Lockwood from Carter Group. I want to report Mr. Jameson for hurting BlueNet Tech's interest.
Neil, that's nonsense. This is BlueNet Tech, not Carter Group. Push your luck, and I'll press charges. What are you waiting for? Kick him out!
Mr. Holland, please hear me.
Mr. Lockwood, right? Mr. Jameson is right. As an outsider, you're not in a position to interfere in our internal affairs.
Mr. Holland, you...
This old fart has really lost his edge. What are you waiting for? Mr. Holland has spoken. Kick him out already.
Glenn, what's the hurry? We're still talking.
Mr. Holland, is there anything else you want to say?
Outsiders can't interfere, but our own staff can. Wouldn't you agree? You can explain to me.
Mr. Holland, she's the last person who should speak. I just fired her, and she was just stirring up trouble.
What? Her? You fired her?
I did.
Nonsense! You don't have the right to fire her. You represent me. Didn't you introduce yourself to Mr. Jameson? I hired you as my executive assistant.
Executive assistant?
Mr. Holland, you forgot that you instructed me to conduct an internal inspection posing as a new hire.
Right. Jeez. You completely slipped my mind. Age has caught up to me. You're here to inspect internally. Of course, you couldn't introduce yourself.
With the inspection coming to an end, I can finally reintroduce myself. Hi everyone, I'm Juniper Keaton, Mr. Holland's executive assistant. For the past year, I've represented Mr. Holland and handled company affairs. It's a pleasure meeting you. I look forward to working with you all.
So you're the mysterious executive assistant?
Juniper, you can't be Mr. Holland's executive assistant.
Juniper.
Renata. Caught you off guard, huh? After 8 long years, you still ended up thinking you got it in the bag, only to realize you walked right into my trap.
Why, you...
Miss Keaton, looks like there's a misunderstanding between us. Maybe I can buy you dinner tonight, and we can wipe the slate clean.
You're too kind. With the inspection over, of course, I have to report the result to Mr. Holland.
Tell me, Juniper, what did you uncover during this inspection?
I found out that the general manager, Glenn Jameson, has been power tripping in the company. Mr. Jameson should no longer hold this role.
Really?
Oh dear. Mr. Holland, this is a misunderstanding.
Not at all. Everyone in this room can testify how you placed Renata into BlueNet Tech by bullying employees, stealing their credits, and hurting the company's interest. Glenn Jameson, firing you is just the beginning. The company should press charges for abuse of position too.
Agreed, Mr. Holland. I can testify. What are you waiting for? Mr. Holland is here. Why are you still afraid of Glenn?
Mr. Holland, I can testify.
Me too.
I can testify as well.
Damn it. When there's no real leader, the fools take charge. Glenn, I groomed you and raised you up. Is this how you repay the one who believed in you? From this moment on, you no longer work here. And kick him out of here. Seal everything in his office. It's all evidence. And he can't take them.
At once.
I won't take this! You old coot. I'm the general manager. You can't fire me without the board's approval!
Glenn, are you deaf or something? Juniper has provided plenty of evidence. Each one gives me ample reason to fire you.
I'll admit that. I used my connection. I'm the general manager of this company. Is it a problem for me to replace Renata here? Is it a big deal? Everyone on the board has done it. And you think someone like this will get me fired? It's not happening!
Glenn, you even ruined a $100 million deal with Carter Group. And seriously hurt the company's interest. No company can tolerate such blatant misconduct. Plus, you broke the law.
Where's the proof?
We are all witnesses.
You're all tied to Juniper in some way, raising a serious suspicion of collusion. And you think a few so-called witnesses can pin this on me? Do you know the law?
Damn it, Glenn. You got some nerve. Juniper, tell me, what should we do now?
Mr. Holland, don't worry. I have evidence. Every single word Glenn has uttered in the conference room has been recorded.
Juniper, stop bluffing. My trusted staff prepared the conference room. Are you trying to intimidate me by saying you installed a hidden camera? You're still too naive.
That is true. I was honestly stumped before the celebration even started.
Like I said, you can't do anything to me. Renata, don't worry. They won't get me that easily.
Let me finish. Yeah, I couldn't install any hidden cameras, but I did manage to get footage of the room. If you still think I'm bluffing, why don't you see it for yourself?
As you put it, Hunet Tech isn't my company. Why even if I mess this up, I'm still paying the same salary. It can't be! How did you get that?
Well, to explain that, I should start by thanking someone. Renata.
What? Renata. What have you done?
Glenn, I'll take it from here. Renata asked 2 of her sidekicks to secretly install cameras. They live-streamed the entire commendation meeting. Renata must have thought I'd freak out when she took my credit, and she intended to live-stream that. She wanted revenge because I made her humiliate herself back then. But she didn't know that. I wasn't an ordinary employee. No, I was an executive assistant. Plus, I've been secretly monitoring her and her sidekicks. That was how I discovered this live stream. I didn't have to lift a finger to get the video that incriminates you.
Glenn, I didn't mean to.
Piece of trash! You're useless! All you do is screw things up!
Mr. Holland, I've just received news. The board voted to terminate Glenn and hold him accountable for gross misconduct and abuse of position.
Wonderful. Juniper, you've done a good job. And do it. I want Glenn, Renata, and her sidekicks out of here at once.
At once.
Mr. Holland, please have mercy on me. Mr. Holland, forgive me. I can't lose my job.
You're first! You can't do this to me! This company owes me a lot! Oh, Cook, you can't treat me this way! I've done so much!
Give me another chance. I can't lose my job.
Watch out!
Neil! Are you okay?
I'm fine. This is nothing compared to what you suffered.
Renata, is there any limit to how low you'll sink?
Juniper, I'll never let you off the hook. Even if I go down, I'll take you with me.
You won't get the chance. This is assault. Take Renata straight to the police department.
Take her away.
Let me go! Juniper, I'll never spare you!
Everyone, this time, Juniper really came through for us. Juniper, without you, I'm afraid Lunet Tech would have been ruined by that cruel, manipulative, and ruthless Glenn.
I'm your executive assistant. This is my duty. That said, the inspection yielded a pleasant surprise.
Oh?
Despite Glenn's brutal tactics, Miss Loomis stayed composed and professional. After observing her for a month, I'm convinced she's a staff with integrity and drive. A departmental manager role doesn't do her justice.
Wonderful. I hear you loud and clear. Ms. Loomis, I'll inform the HR department to promote you to general manager of the branch office. Learn and grow in that role. In due time, you just might be good enough to replace Glenn as general manager.
Thank you, Mr. Holland. I won't let you down. Juniper, Miss Keaton, I owe you a big thank you.
Miss Loomy, you deserve it. Your mother has taught you well.
Huh? Do you know my mother?
We only met once, that's all. Mr. Holland, let me take you home.
Okay. Just downstairs will do, though.
Miss Keaton, I'm going back to work. Just call me if you need me.
Sure. You won't leave, but you're not talking either? Got something to say, but can't get it out?
I'm just wondering. Is it too much if I ask you to take me to the hospital?
A little. As you know, I'm not the sentimental type. I turn people down unhesitatingly. Do you have the guts? This time, you're in my world.
Of course I do.
The road ahead is long. Why rush into anything? All I need to do is live life on my own terms.